Okay, so welcome back, back with another video. I do not really have a specific topic that like I planned out for this video, but I'm just gonna be talking about like the things that I've learned, in terms of cryptocurrencies and whatnot, right? And why I think that like this is the future. Like, I mean, if you look at our current uh, monetary system or financial systems, right? They're all based on like having a central bank, being in charge with the money supply that circulates in a country, right? So where I'm from, we have the South African Reserve Bank, right? So they're the people that are in charge, with the money supply, right? The one that decide that okay, uh, this is this is how we're gonna keep the interest rates. If ever we're raising interest rates or we lowering them, relative to the economy, right? They obviously have like an inflation, they targeting like an inflation that we need to keep inflation between, let's say, or at 2%, right? So if ever the economy slows down, then we kind of print more money. If it takes off, then we maybe hike rates and all of that, right? So for those people that like don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys want like a deeper video, me explaining all these concepts, just comment below, just let me know, and then I'm just gonna do that, right? So what that means is that like our monetary system is centralized. There's just a small group of people that have control of the amount of money in the system, right? So as people, um we might leave things to chance. You know inflation goes up and we don't really know why inflation is going up. uh, our rands, they go less far. Last year I could buy so much with um 100 rands, but then this year it only goes so far. I can't afford the same amount of things, right? So, and I don't think a lot of people really like where I'm from. Personally, where I'm from, like we do not have like a culture of like educating ourselves and all of that. So a lot of this information just you know passes by. We're not even like aware of what's going on, right? So I think for a person to really understand why we need cryptocurrencies, they need to understand our monetary systems and how central banks operate, right? Because if you don't understand that, then you're not gonna really see the need, or like why cryptocurrencies need to exist, right? Um, my father, right? Like my father is just not into any of these things. Just like, have you ever heard of a person called Bit, and you just out here buying coins and whatnot and whatnot? This is all a scam. But as soon as you understand our current monetary system and how a small group of people have power, to basically change the state, of a country's like financial system or whatever, right? Um, then you're gonna understand why it's important for us to have like these decentralized currencies, right? Basically giving power to the people, right? Because if the country decides that we're gonna raise interest rates, then there's gonna be less money flowing in the system, right? And a lot of people are gonna have a hard time like getting to the money because there's just not a lot of money in the system, right? And if they decide that, you know what, we're gonna print money the way we want to, I'm talking about this small group of people, we're gonna print money the way we want to, then there's just gonna be an overflow of money, right? And the currency is gonna lose its value. The currency is just gonna lose its value, and it's gonna go less far, right? But in terms of these cryptocurrencies, these decentralized cryptocurrencies that are getting built, they basically hedging, right? They're saying that, you know what, like, we don't need these systems in place where it's just a small group of people, right? In these cryptocurrencies, like, everyone is gonna have a say, right? In terms of like influencing the monetary policy of whatever the currency will be, right? I'm not so focused on the price of these cryptocurrencies. I'm focused on the utility, like what they can be used for, right? Like that's that's what I'm looking at, like what they can be used for. And I feel that not just the cryptocurrencies but the underlying technology, right? The distributed ledger technology, I feel that it can uh, like bring so much positive change. Like it can bring so much positive change. And I was watching DJ Smooth's latest episode. This journey is basically inspired by him, right? I look up to him. And he was talking about like, can this technology be like used for voting? And I believe so. Like I believe so. It can be used for so much more. An ADA bull, right? If you guys don't know what ADA is, it's Cardano, founded by Charles Hoskinson. Like he was the guy behind Cardano. I'm not pretty sure about that, but I think so, right? It's just yeah, I'm not really sure about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he founded Cardano. And if you guys can just check out his YouTube channel and just like check out what they're about and all of that. Check out IOHK. I'm probably gonna leave like uh, links in the description below, right? IOHK. And what they're doing in Ethiopia is that they're building a blockchain system that's gonna capture, right, students, like their overall performance during like their whole schooling career, right? It's gonna be on a blockchain because we have to remember the properties of a blockchain, and one of the properties is that it's immutable, right? As soon as consensus is reached, then that's gonna be its permanent state, right? Like it's gonna be immutable, and other people can basically reference, like they can just reference it. Okay, this student that, and I feel like that application is just uh, it's going to be a domino effect, in terms of like moving forward, like moving the technology forward and all of that, right? So where I'm from, I feel like it's going to make so much change in terms of like the corruption that's there, right? There's so much corruption. There's a lack of transparency. We'd have uh, the government borrowing money from like uh, is it the IMF, right? I think it's the IMF, right? And the money doesn't literally get to the people that it's supposed to get to. It just ends up squandered by politicians that are in power. And I believe with these technologies there can be such a high level of transparency. And I feel like like you can just imagine the possibilities if anyone and everyone can validate everything that's happening on the blockchain in terms of the money coming from um, the IMF or the World Bank, coming into the country, going into wherever it's supposed to go, you know, accounting for it like to the penny, right? And people being able to see where the money is actually going, who are winning, like who's getting, or where the tenders are getting, like Jesus Christ, why am I cutting? Oh my God. But like, I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Where the tenders are going, because like there's so much nepotism and corruption in terms of how tenders are awarded, like where I'm from, and you'd get like infrastructure projects that like are not even, like they don't even go as far as they're supposed to go, right? you get like cheap labor, cheap labor and all of that, and then just bad infrastructure because of corruption and all of that. And I feel that these technologies can go really far in helping the people and creating a transparent system where everyone, like in the country, can literally see where everything is headed to, where all the money is going to, and everything. So I feel like I'm personally a bull in terms of like these technologies, and Bitcoin is such. Um, I feel it's gonna be it's gonna be a good store of value, maybe like hedging inflation and all of that, and yeah, it's just my personal view, man. It's just my personal view. So, um, I'm just gonna be ending this video right here, right? And that was just my thoughts on uh, what this technology might actually lead to, in terms of like transparency and all of that. And I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you guys think about the video. If maybe there's things and technologies that you guys might want me to like talk about and all of that, or check out, right, or learn about, like AI and machine learning and such things. So yeah, so that's it for me from this video, and see you guys in the next video.